Have you guys ever been like really super tired and you're ready for bed when you like get home from work, but you know if you go to bed at like 4:30 p.m. you're going to be up at midnight and then you won't be able to get back to sleep, and then all of a sudden it's like getting close to 8 o'clock when your phone buzzes letting you know that suspicious activity is happening on one of your freaking Google accounts, the one you're currently watching this video on. Apparently some email, what was the wording in the email? I'm not showing you guys the email because I'm not showing you guys the address that attempted it, but sign in to your Google account. This is a copy of a security alert sent to email address I don't know, and my YouTube email address is the recovery email for this account. If you don't recognize this account, remove it. And I'm just like, what are you talking about? So I checked the actual email to see where it was coming from, and it was from no reply at accounts.google.com, which is the account that sends me anything to my YouTube to inform me of like logins on my Google account, or when I add like my TV, for instance, to my account so I can get on, like I use Google TV. So I was just like, what the hell? I have no idea what this is all about. And it's like, you've received this message because your Google account has not been used in at least 8 months. Yeah, it is. It's used nonstop. My phone's logged into my account and all this. I'm like, what the hell is this? So without reacting to anything on this email, first thing I did was freaked out because, you know, I've been doing this YouTube channel on this account since the dawn of time, like friggin' 2011. I don't really want to lose it. So the first thing I did was log into my Google account on my PC that I know is secure. Checked in there. There's no extra email address that the email is saying. See, the one thing I hate about Gmail is it doesn't actually let you get into the header of the email as much as I'd like to. Like with Outlook and all that, if you're using an IMAP server or a POP accounts don't exist anymore, but with a POP account, you can get into the header and you can get the idea as to where that email is actually coming from. What's the originating IP address? So you can make sure it's not a spoof. So because I wasn't sure if it was a spoof or not, I didn't interact with the email address. I interacted with my account. Confirmed everything was good there, and I'm like, just in case somebody has the password in Google's two-factor authentication, which I always set up two-factor on everything because two-factor is great. However, there are ways around it. Nowadays, people can put sniffers on your computer so that when you send in the two-factor, it detects the algorithm or the security key or encryption bit that tells it to go ahead, and they can mimic that on their end to basically simulate logging into Google, or logging into Microsoft, or logging into your bank account, whatever it may be. Kind of a pain in the ass, but it's a nice second set of authentication method to prevent hacking. But you know what they say about a lock, right? You can make an amazing freaking unpickable lock, but there's going to be somebody out there who's going to figure out a way how to pick it and get by it. So yeah, so that was my concern, was somebody broke in. So I ended up going to change the password on that. Then I went and changed the password on my Microsoft account because for some reason the password I set wasn't working. So I wasn't sure if that got compromised. So I changed that over. And then I went from being like super, super tired. I've been watching that Netflix show, Master Chief, or no, Halo. It's pretty good. It's about time Netflix actually put something good on there. They upped my rate. I was paying for the expensive one with no ads, but then I'm like, screw it, and I downsized to the one with ads. It's not as bad as I thought it would be. I thought it was going to be like YouTube and Twitch, where you sit there and you watch like 5 minutes of ads, then 10 minutes of a show, then 5 minutes of ads. But like you literally watch an ad every maybe hour, and they're only 30 seconds long, so I can deal with that. I don't mind a little commercial now and then. It's just YouTube and Twitch. It's been getting out of control with the adverts, so that's why I pay for premium on both of those platforms. No, it's like when that happened, all of a sudden my adrenaline went right through the roof because it's like, okay, we're under attack. Last thing I need is to lose this account that I've been working on because, like I said, I started a Rust channel and it ain't going anywhere. I don't know. I'm going to probably change up my video ideas, maybe become more of a dickhead in the videos and go and troll people, but I'm going to have to change my name from Skivens because I don't need them coming over my vlog channel and start harassing me there. I'll have to change my in-game name to something else. Maybe I'll call myself Dusty Buns or something stupid. But gonna have to do something because nobody really wants to watch Let's Plays. Let's face it, it's 2025. Video creation for video games has seriously changed. People want cringe, people want nonsense, and I'm not providing that in my videos because I don't know. I'm not. So I'm going to have to get cringy with the Rust content. But yeah, that's something I'll work on. Now I'm full of piss and vinegar. Now I can't I'm not tired because adrenaline pumped through the roof. Heart was racing. I had to work fast to protect my freaking account because like losing this account would have sucked. Put a lot of time into it. Sure, like, you know, it's not a big account. It's not like no 100,000, 200,000 channel bringing in mad revenue, mad views and all that. It's just a little channel of me videotaping my life. Not as much as I used to, but kind of sort of now I don't know. You know, there's like 8 years of daily vlogs up on the channel back in the day covering a lot of things that happened that sometimes I like to revisit. And losing that would really, really freaking suck because I don't have any of that backed up. Could you imagine? Like, there's over 4,500 videos on this channel if you include the shorts and the long formats and the live streams. There's 4,500 videos. Where the hell would I store that? I'd have to start my own Google data center in my house to store all that data. And if I had all that data, I could probably just stream it from my house, cut the middleman out and make my own little platform of me that nobody would watch because they go to YouTube. So that'd be dumb. But no, it's like I don't have any of these videos backed up. This channel gets hacked and taken over, I just lose all those videos. And then I was like thinking about it afterwards. I'm like, what would have happened if I did go to bed at 6 o'clock, this notification came in, something was going on with my account, there was suspicious activity. I ignored it. I woke up tomorrow morning, not able to log into my Gmail, not able to log into my YouTube, not able to log into any of my Google devices. Literally everything attached to that account would have been euchred. Could I have recovered it? Sure, I could have recovered it because I have a piece of hardware bound to that account. Therefore, I can recover it. But what if that happened? I'd be pretty screwed. I'd have to do a lot of work to get that fixed. Who's to say it wouldn't happen again? Like, if all the videos on the channel were deleted, would I pick up and carry on? I don't know. I'd probably be pretty discouraged to bother. Like if somebody went in there, hacked in there and blew away the Skivens channel and I had to restart, like if YouTube didn't want to recover the account and bring it back up and running in its last previous state, would I want to start a new account and start fresh? How would I let you guys know? I couldn't. So I probably would, I don't know. I don't know what I would do. Like I was like, if that would have happened, I probably would have quit. I probably would have been like, all right, well, that's a calling. Stop picking up the camera and just live your life how you want and do what you want. Mind you, I do that now, so that's fine. But no, still, like, you know, I'm looking forward to this spring and summer of fishing with Bloke and road tripping and all this other fun stuff that I don't really want to lose my account over some, I don't know what the hell was going on there. It's like some hater decided to use AI to hack in or whatever. Like, I don't use pirated software on my computers. It's all licensed shit. I used to use pirated software. Hey, who hasn't, eh? Who isn't running a version of Sony Vegas 15 on their computer that they downloaded off of friggin' torrents right now? Let me tell you, a lot of people are running Sony Vegas that they borrowed and not bought. But I have legit magic license for mine because I figured, you know, I'm making money doing this. Not much, mind you, but I'm making money doing this. I'm going to reinvest that money into actually owning the license because you never know with these cracked softwares what other malicious code they're putting in there to do extra malicious damage. Like people who go and download operating systems off of BitTorrent. You know, you can modify an OS, an image, to deploy software in the background during installation. Like we do it at work all the time. Like all those computers that we had to re-image, they installed Windows, but the Windows was modified to do the job it needed to do. It wasn't like we installed Windows and then installed software. No, we installed Windows, and when Windows was installing, it was configuring the environment, and then we just had to test it out to make sure the environment worked out. So it's not hard to manipulate a Windows install to add or remove programs. Like there's tutorials on YouTube on how to do that. You want to make a dummied down version of the Windows install to remove all the crap that you really don't need, all the services that are just running in the background and consuming RAM and resources. There's a guy online who actually is like, this is the bare basic installation of Windows. It'll make your ping better. It'll make your FPS better. And he shows us a bare copy on the computer. Like he basically installed Windows 11 on a computer, straight OEM, right from the Microsoft Media Creation Tool. Installs it, installs Steam, downloads his games, plays it. He's getting so many frames per second and so much RAM utilization. And then he dummies down Windows using a method. You can go, you look it up and you'll see how he does it. I don't need to go into that. And then he installs that on the same exact computer that he just put Windows on, installs Steam, downloads his game, plays it, and the game is playing so much better, like higher FPS, less memory usage, everything looks great, and it's just a dummied down version of Windows without all the extra add-ons and bullshit that you don't need because you're just using it as a freaking glorified, really expensive console. So it's like, people can do this, create the ISO, dump it on Steam, on a BitTorrent site, and then give you an activator for it. And the activator could be even pumping some sort of a virus on your computer to keylog or whatever. Got to be careful with pirated software. You know, it's bad enough that Windows is riddled with bugs, but if you download an illegal copy of it, you might get more than you bargained for. So that's how I don't understand how this even happened. Like, how could somebody pull this off? And I couldn't even find, I checked what email accounts are in there. And I have 2 email accounts in there, my primary and my backup, so that if the primary fumbles, the backup is available. And those are the only 2 email addresses I could see in the account. So I was like, well, what the frig is really going on here? So I'm thinking it's a spoof email, but like I said, with Gmail, it doesn't give you enough header information. It doesn't tell me enough, but I'm thinking somehow somebody got a hold of the email and they're trying to gain access by spoofing it. And chances are, if I would have clicked any of the links on that thing, it probably would have ran a script on a website that would have granted them access to my Google account. So then they could have opened fire on it and destroyed it. So, oh, for crying out loud, just nuts, just freaking nuts. So yeah, needless to say, I should be going to bed because in freaking 7 hours and 41 minutes from now, I'm supposed to be awake and working out again because I've been really trying to lose some weight, and the weight is not dropping, but the dimensions are changing. So I guess my body's recomposing itself, and that's pretty good. I'll take that. But yeah, the weight's been sitting at 233 and holding for the past couple days, and I haven't done any sort of cheats except for last Wednesday. That was my only cheat, was that potluck. Other than that, I've been sticking to my carnivore diet. And I know some people were talking about the carnivore diet, where somebody apparently ate like 4 pounds of butter a day, and I don't know why the hell they would think you should need to eat 4 pounds of butter a day. That's a lot of freaking butter. That's kind of brutal. You know, I strictly stick to like steak, pork, chicken, eggs. Eggs are good because it's Mother Nature's multivitamin. It's carnivore multivitamin, but you got to eat the yolk. You can't just have egg whites. That's just pure protein. You got to have the yolk because that's where all the fat and the nutrition are. You know, I eat a lot of organ meat like liver, and such. That's highly nutritious. The thing with eating like that, it's pretty much like hardcore keto because all you're taking in is fat and protein, 0 carbs. And I've talked about this in the past, how carbohydrates work. When you take in carbs, your body pumps insulin. When insulin is being pumped, your body goes into fat storage mode. This is why mixing carbs and fats may potentially, especially if you live a lifestyle like I do, where you're sitting most of the freaking day, if you eat carbs and fats combined, your body's going to want to burn the carbs before burning the fats, and it's going to store the fats. So if you're overeating, let's say you have a job like mine where you're sitting at a desk for 8 hours a day and you're not really doing much, and you know, you come home and you do a little bit of work around the house, but not really. You're burning around 22 to 2400 calories a day, but you're consuming 3600 calories a day, and it's a mix of fats and carbs. Yeah, you're going to start noticing things are getting a little chunky because your body's going to be storing all that fat. And if you're mixing fats and carbs, the problem is carbs will always make you hungry. I find, like, in the morning, I lift, I have a protein shake. I'm pretty good until I get home from work. Around 4 or 5 o'clock at night, I'm pretty hungry. Then I'll make a meal, eat it, and then I'm good until the next day. Because yeah, I usually take a protein shake, but I have like friggin' 80 grams of protein, of the whey protein, with a packet of that AG1 in it to give me a little bit of extra energy. Still have a lot of those left up here too, which is why I canceled my subscription, because I still have a lot in this box. So I don't see any point in renewing it. However, I'm not gonna renew it anyway. I'm going to go to a cheaper route. I found some greens powder here that's locally sourced. It's Canadian made. I know you Americans probably hate hearing that. Us Canadians shopping local and becoming all patriotic and not buying American, but apparently we're kind of pissed off, and if I started ordering American stuff and people heard about it, they'd probably be pretty pissed. So I don't mind buying locally because, number one, supporting a Canadian business, and number two, it's like 3 times cheaper than AG1, and the macros are the same and the micros are the same. So I'm like, why am I buying expensive powder just because a bunch of YouTubers promoted it when I can get something locally and it does the same damn thing? So kind of makes sense. Does it taste the same? Who knows? Who cares? I add protein powder to it. Protein powder tastes like friggin' vanilla milkshake. You add that stuff to it and you don't even taste that stuff like you would if you just drank it straight from the shaker cup they give you. So, but yeah, that was kind of a crazy thing to come across today. Was not expecting that kind of excitement. Now, as for work, guys, I am officially off project. Reimage all those damn laptops. Like I said, there was a whack load of them, and they gave us 2 months to do them. It took us 3 weeks to bang out the first half. They sent us 3,000. We banged them out within the first 3 weeks. They were kind of flabbergasted about that. Then they sent us the next 3,000, and then we banged those out within 2 weeks, and then they just stopped sending them. So I sent a message through and said, hey, we're waiting for that last shipment of laptops. Like, what's going on? And they're like, we're on hold right now. And I said, oh, okay. And then today I got a message from my manager who officially told us that we're done with the project. They're going to take it from here and finalize it. Thanks for all your help, blah, blah, blah. Because we were just assisting another department in getting these machines ready. And the amount that we've done is more than enough to get them started on going. They're going to take it from here and do the rest as they come in, because apparently they don't have all the laptops that we need to do. So they sent us what they had. We got them done. They have a team there, but the problem is the team is doing multiple jobs at once that they just can't afford the time. They didn't have the manpower at the time to do the job. So that's where we came in. So that was that's good. So now I'm back to my Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, work in the office. Thursday, Friday, work from home. I really like this. I'm back at the other office. I'm no longer in the location I showed you that I drove to the other day. Now I'm back at the other office, which is nice because I just like it there better. I've been there for like, what, 3 years now, working out of there, and I didn't really care for the other location. It's not my favorite, so I'm kind of glad that I am where I am now. So yeah, not sure what else to talk about. We talked about the Rust streams. I got to figure out a format, an idea, come up with a thing I want to do, and go with it. I don't know what the hell's going on with the weather. Like on the weekend, it was like friggin' -20, and tomorrow it's supposed to be +4 again. I'm telling you, like, if the weather can't be nice for at least 2 freaking days, why should I be? Is that a bad mentality to have? Just putting that out there. But still, I don't know what the hell's going on this winter. We're in March now, like frig off winter. We're done. We're done. We're breaking up. At least this Saturday, daylight savings time comes back into effect. We spring ahead an hour on the clocks on Sunday, which means if I go to bed super late Saturday, I'm gonna wake up even 1 hour later Sunday. And I don't like doing that because then I have a hell of a time falling asleep Sunday night, unless I do what I did last night. Well, yesterday, I should say, on Sunday. I came down here and I friggin' crushed the weights hard. I went for good 3.5, 4 hours in the gym, just listening to music and literally destroying random body parts, like just throwing weight around, just friggin' letting her rip tater chip, you know? Just going after it. Pick a muscle group, beat the shit out of it. If it doesn't feel good, find another muscle group, beat the shit out of it. Oh, you like that one? Okay. And then just start hammering that muscle group until it got to the point where I couldn't even lift my arms or do squats or whatever. You know, I was doing some squats and stuff. I'm doing this new training my buddy was talking about called time under tension. Basically, it's where you go super slow on the retraction and then on the extraction or whatever. You basically, it takes you 5 seconds to bring the weight up and 5 seconds to bring the weight down. And you do that for as many reps as you possibly can until your arm no longer wants to work. You can do it with bench pressing too, but I'd recommend either using a Smith machine, dumbbells, or having a good spotter, because guillotining yourself under the bar, that's not a good way to survive. Just saying, your probability of survivability goes down big time when you get guillotined underneath a freaking bar. No bueno, not fun, don't do it. Same with squats, like I had to put them back down on the ground because I use the safety bars to put this bar down here. The weight literally sits like a 1/4 of an inch from the floor, so I can do rack pulls off the floor pretty much, except for a 1/4 of an inch. And I was even doing those in slow momentum and keeping the form tight and making sure I wasn't just ripping it off the ground, right? Because you see people doing deadlifts like that, where they just rip it off the ground and their form is all cocked over and they're going to blow out their spine and need a backiotomy just to be able to go to work the next day. So yeah, I was doing slow deadlifts and slow squats, but the squats, like I said, I had to bring the bars up so that if I was going slowly down and I went to go push back up and my legs are like, we're cooked, we're done, then I could just roll the bar off my back onto the support bars, the fail-safe bars, and get out from underneath it and get the frig up and then walk it off and get literally having to unload the bar, put the bar back on, then reload the bar with weights every freaking time she fumbled. But let me tell you, after you do those time under tension trainings, if you're the kind of guy that works out, or girl even that works out, if you're the kind of person that works out and you've gotten to the point now where the next morning you wake up and you don't feel sore, chances are you're not training to near failure. So you should probably do that. But if you do a time under tension workout where you do slow movements, control it, keep the form clean as hell, go super slow and just move that weight, you will feel so sore the next day. It'll feel like the first time you ever went to the gym. Everything's gonna hate your face. Your body's just gonna wanna cry. Your legs will be useless. Your arms will be useless. Your chest will be on fire and your back will probably fall down to your ass because it just wants to quit. So if you're looking for that feeling again, try time under tension training. It's pretty dope. But anyway, guys, figured I would tell you about my little heart attack situation today and explain that I'm gonna try something different with Rust to see if we can kind of generate some views. I'd really like to do a Rust gaming channel. It doesn't have to be successful, but it'd be nice if it was, because that'd be fun. It'd be nice if I could find people to play with too. Like, I don't really have many gamer friends. It's not like back in the day where we had that huge group of people and we all got together and play games. Now it's like me against the world, and I'll figure it out, because that's what I do. Improvise, adapt, overcome. It is the way, you know? Things change. People enter and leave your life daily. So you kind of have to rely on the one person who's going to be there for you at all times. Hate to say it, but that's going to be you. And by you, I mean, like, for me, it's me. I'm going to be here for me all the time. Friends change, people leave your life. It's just that's life. That's life in general. Anybody in my audience play Rust? Just wondering. I know Nicholas does. I'm not sure who else does, because it'd be kind of fun to form a little group and jump on like a server and build a base and just go troll some assholes. I think that'd be hilarious. Get a little group of us and just go grub people. Be dickheads. I don't know. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. Sorry, it's another pacing video, but it's also 8 o'clock at night. I need to get to bed. I got to calm down. I'm going to go take a bunch of melatonin and see if that works. Maybe some GABA and go from there. Until next time, guys, live it to win it. Peace the frig out. Sit, stupid, sit. Good dog.